So, I've hyped up Winds of Exchange a lot on this channel, and truly this set has me the most excited I've been for KeyForge in a long time. However, the biting reality of things is that every set has its flaws, and will have cards that just fall flat most of the time. So today, for the 5th day of KeyForge Christmas, I have 5 cards that I am not looking forward to in Winds of Exchange, though I believe it's a testimony to the incredible design of this set, that even after scouring the full card pool for quite a while looking for cards I didn't like, I could only find 5 of them. Without further ado, let's get into it. First off, we've got one of Saurian's token creatures. Saurian overall seems to be one of the weaker houses in the set so far, especially compared to houses like Brobnar or Equidon, and this token creature really reflects that for me. Trooper is the individual in question, at 5 power, exalting itself whenever it fights or reaps. Trooper for me seems to be practically unusable. It sucks to fight into something, then exalt that creature you just fought with and exalt it now that it's damaged and more vulnerable. So maybe you'd rather reap with it, but you have to exalt it even then too. A multitude of 5 power bodies are nice to have on the board, but not when they're a constant source of Ember generation for the opponent. And sadly, Saurian in Winds of Exchange does not dump Ember to the common supply or into your pool nearly consistently enough to justify the sort of excessive exalting. I would much rather have the Belatoran Warriors, even with the training costs they come with. Our next card is from House Sanctum, Revered Monk. This is about as vanilla as KeyForge creatures get, reading, Revered Monk gets +2 armor for each of its Sanctum neighbors. So under perfect conditions, Revered Monk is a 4 power, 4 armor creature with no other perks or abilities. And it's not even a token creature, meaning you can't spam a whole bunch of them out there and have them all in a row boosting each other. They're good for capturing an Ember or 2 onto, or as fodder for something like an outpost, like Lightbringer Outpost, but not much else from what I can tell. We're heading back to Saurian for this next card, with the creature Imperator Drusilla. Drusilla has 4 power and 3 armor, and reads play, destroy another friendly creature. While there are more enemy creatures than friendly creatures, Imperator Drusilla gains splash attack 4. Drusilla only gains that splash attack benefit when you're behind on board, and you have to put yourself even further behind on board just to play him. He can, however, deal some mass damage to the enemy's board once he starts fighting, potentially getting you caught back up, and at the very least you don't have to exalt him first like you do with Ballistego. Is it worth intentionally putting yourself behind on board to get the splash attack 4? Probably not, but as something to help you catch back up on board, it's pretty solid, just that play effect is pretty off-putting. Hopefully you've got something good to destroy when you play him, like Prospector, but ultimately it's just not a card I look forward to opening up in a Winds of Exchange deck. Maybe I'm underestimating the power of splash attack, but I would just rather have a Numquid the Fair. Speaking of splash attack, our 4th card is a creature upgrade hybrid from Star Alliance, Pyro. As a creature, Pyro has splash attack 3, and as an upgrade gives the upgraded creature splash attack 3. To me, this card just seems like a worse version of something like Fire Breath or Z-Ray Blaster, both of which give you an Ember and boost the creature's power in addition to the splash attack, unlike Pyro. Attached to the right creature, Pyro could be terrifying, such as a really big Brobnar creature or something with Skirmish or Poison, but as an individual creature, Pyro doesn't have any of that, and is pretty weak at 3 power. However, he does have to be one of the cutest Star Alliance creatures I've seen, and I do love him for that. Our last card for this video puts us back in Sanctum, with the action card Absolve. It reads play, heal 1 damage from each creature. Each creature healed this way captures 1 Ember from its opponent. If you have methods in your deck of managing to consistently put some minor damage on your creatures to set up for a big Absolve play, I could see it being pretty potent, but the fact that it's a symmetrical effect is what really turns me off. It reminds me of something like Pandemonium, where half the time the opponent may be capturing even more Ember than myself from a card that I played. And for another part of the time, Absolve just won't do anything because nobody is damaged. I feel like Absolve will be a difficult card to set up for or to time properly, and that's why I ended up on today's list. Give me a Cleansing Wave and I'd be much happier. But that'll do it for day 5 of KeyForge Christmas. What do you guys think of these cards? Do you think they'll be more powerful than how I've presented them, or will they be as mediocre as I think? And once again, it was really difficult for me to even find 5 cards that I didn't like very much. I think that goes to show just how well designed of a set Winds of Exchange is, that you can look at nearly every card and not be disappointed, finding a number of fun and synergistic uses for it. And as someone who's been exposed to Winds of Exchange at KeyForge Celebration and gotten to play quite a few games with it, I can testify to the fact that this set feels phenomenal to play with, consistently fun and frequently revealing cool new ways to play the game. And lastly, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next week of KeyForge Christmas, or on the giveaway happening January 5th when the 12 days are over. Thank you all so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you all again in the next one. See you later.